go. The green button's all yours.
Thank you. All right. Today we're going to talk about video advertising and building ads for attention. So Joystick, for those of you that aren't familiar, we're a digital marketing creative agency. A little bit about me and my background. It's in entertainment marketing with some of the companies you see here. Something I'm really passionate about is storytelling. I always have been, and content. So in my free time, when I'm not working, I'm not at the dog park with Hank, you can find me watching content, binge watcher extraordinaire. Netflix drops a show in one day. I can blow through a series, podcasts anytime I'm driving, which is a lot in LA. I have a podcast playing, or I'm scrolling through my Instagram stories, you name it. So at the round tables, if you need any recommendations, let me know. I'll hook you up with some content. So content overload, we are in no shortage of content. We have an endless stream of it at our fingertips at any given time, which means that the way that we're interacting with it is now changing. So the more information we have, the more content that's flooding us, we spend less time focused on one individual thing, whether it's news, ads, or no exception. So in fact, as fun as the content is, it's really taken a toll on our attention span. So studies have shown that now our attention span is actually less than that of a goldfish, which is terrifying. But as marketers, this makes our job harder now more than ever. So today, we're going to focus on YouTube, primarily this platform. Joystick's been extremely focused on this platform. We most recently became a creative YouTube partner, which means that we're experts in the space and the best practices, which I'm going to take you through today. So YouTube, it's a really unique opportunity for us to engage with an audience that's paying attention. 95% of people are viewing the ads with sound and they're looking at it. They've pressed play, they're leaning in, they're ready to watch something great. So we need to give it to them. And how do we do that? With the world speeding up, content's on the rise, attention spans on the decline, how do we capture their attention? Research shows that 70% of success of a campaign can be attributed to creative or the story. And 3 times more people pay attention to video that's creative versus a standard ad. And also 50% of sales can be attributed to great creative, which are some really strong numbers. So how do we create effective video ads? Here are 4 guiding principles. First, win the first 5 seconds. This is probably the most important that we'll go through today. Make your video for mobile. Keep it short and sweet. And evolve your storytelling. Okay, so before I get into video, now's the fun part. We'll show you a couple great ads. I have to give some credit to Matt at Unskippable Labs with Google. He's amazing. I saw his presentation, and I may have stolen these videos from him to show you guys, so don't tell him. What we're going to do now, I am going to ask you guys to join in this conversation. So I need participation. Imagine that you're going to watch this ad on YouTube, and imagine you had that skip button on this ad. So when this video starts, if you could raise your hand, shout out, jump up, whatever you feel like doing, and tell me when you would pause this ad if you came across it. Okay.
When exploring your options, the search is on for the most peaceful road.
Can I pause it?
The most peaceful drive.
Okay, I saw your hand first. Why would you have paused this ad?
Because I want to watch whatever I want to watch.
That's a great point. Who else raised their hand? There was a lot of hands. Why would you skip it? Okay, that's fair. Why would you?
Cheesy voice.
Yeah, cheesy. Nice, that's a new one. I have not heard that. Okay. These are all really good reasons. I think, for one, for me, it's painfully slow I don't really know what they're advertising. It's beautiful, but I don't want to waste my 8 seconds or more, watching this ad. So this ad is a really great example of the traditional story arc. This is what you're all very much used to because of linear TV commercials. What you saw, it was a 30-second TV spot for a car. So we're used to the lead in, the build up, you're getting attention, and then the big reveal of what the brand is. But again, shorter attention span. No one's going to stay holding on that long to see what we're actually advertising. So we are shifting with the emerging story arc. This is a new model. It's a new formula which has been working great with digital first in mind. Here's the formula to success in the new model. Start with a problem statement or a need. Open up with that question. You're drawing people's attention with that. And then introduce your product as a solution. Simple, right up front. Explain the benefits and features of the product. Talk about your offer, your deal, your call to action, and then talk more about the product. And if people are still engaged, they're going to hang in there. So now I'm going to show you 3 variations of this new digital emerging story arc. The first one, we're going to call it the explainer. This one is the classic approach that we just talked about. They present a problem with insurance. This insurance plan Lemonade is a solution. And then they talk a little bit more about the product, which is great. You're in, you're out, you know what this ad is about, you're engaged. The second one is the product demo. This, they completely skip the problem and jump right into the product, show it up front in the center. It's beautiful. You're in, you're out. The straight offer. So this skips steps 1, 2, and 3, and they just jump right into the offer. The product doesn't really need any setup. It's a fun ad. You're drawn right in to this fantastic offer. So we're just going to run through the 3 of them quickly now.
Old insurance kinda sucks, but Lemonade is different. When you pay us, we take a small flat fee. The rest goes to covering your stuff. So if something happens, we pay super fast. That's what you get when you have bots instead of brokers and algorithms instead of paperwork. Best part, leftover money goes to nonprofits you care about. Seriously, that's Lemonade. Insurance powered by AI and driven by social good.
So that was a classic.
Tưng bừng ngày hội mua sắm trực tuyến 1 tháng 12, ngập tràn khuyến mãi mua hàng liền tay. Lên cả siêu chợ sen đỏ, chợ em giảm giá khủng nè, lầu lầu mới rẻ xin mời mua ngay. Chị đại sen đỏ. Vậy thì chợ chắc phải thua, sen đỏ siêu rẻ, rẻ hoài quanh năm. Siêu chợ sen đỏ, giá siêu rẻ.
That last one is my favorite. I can't help it. It's so much fun. Okay, build for mobile first. Super important. 70% of people are watching YouTube or consuming content on their mobile phones. So I'm going to show you another example, which we can play now. So this is a beautiful ad. It's lovely. You see the product at the end, but in reality, when you're viewing it at mobile, who can tell what it is? It's so hard to see until the very end. So here's a great example where it's the same product, Louis Vuitton watch, which I now want after watching this ad, where they put mobile first. So let's go ahead and play this one. So that's very cool. You can definitely see the difference when you put mobile first. So what they did really well, and what we should always do well when building for mobile first, keep the cuts fast and keep the pacing going. You got to keep attention. Again, we only have those 8 seconds attention span. Let's keep it. Make the footage bright. So on mobile phones, your screen can be dim, and people sometimes don't realize that when creating ads. So keep your ad bright. If your screen is dim, you can still see it really well. Crop closely. This one, again, extremely important. When you're showing someone's face, you're showing the product, zoom in as close as you can, make it pop. There's been studies that showed a 15% lift in the creative performance when you're tightening croppily. Whoa. Cropping tightly on the image. Big text and graphics work really, really well on mobile. Supers perform well. And again, always start strong. Those first 5 seconds are the most important. We're going to talk about bumper ads. These are 6-second ads, which are perfect for our attention span, and they're non-skippable. These, let's go ahead and jump right in. All right, so really fun ads, short and sweet. In 6 seconds, you can really pack a punch. You can capture those short attention spans, and there's been significant lift in ad recall and product awareness with 6-second bumper ads. And the key to success is don't overcomplicate this. Keep it to one message. You have 6 seconds. Have fun with it. This Clinique one, it's worth noting that this video is created from a print campaign. So this client had no assets to work with. They made really well with the print campaign. They added big supers, and it ended up performing 93.7% lift in product awareness with their key demo of 18 to 24-year-olds, which is huge. Storytelling. So storytelling is ever evolving. We need to keep up with the trends. Trends do not stay long. You need to look at performance data. What's great about YouTube, you have that ready available. Check it out. Focus on what gets skipped, what doesn't get skipped. Pay attention, and then always evolve your creative based on the data. And also, feel free to experiment. Tease, amplify, echo. You can play with the different lengths of the video ads. Start with a 6-second bumper, draw people in, amplify with a 15 or a 30-second, and echo with a 15-second to lead out. Deploying mixtures of the formats and lengths of the creative has proven significant results in overall reach of the campaign. So, to end it, thank you all for paying attention. I know it's longer than 8 seconds. Appreciate it. 4 guiding principles to effective ads. Win the first 5 seconds. Make it for mobile. Keep it short and sweet, and evolve your storytelling. And that's it. Thank you.